AS Monaco is having quite the outstanding season. They're having the kind of season that you see out of teams that promote, Subi, because they've shut out teams 7 different times, including a complete series shutout against RCD Espanyol. You know, I want to walk you through some of the teams that have done that, by the way, for you at home. The Peeps, Allegiance, Fnatic, Veloce, Birds, all teams that then promoted that season to the RLCS. We are underway in game number 1 with both teams facing must-win situations here. Monaco needs this to keep pace at the top and maybe start to break themselves away from the pack. ARG needs this to keep some top 4 hopes alive and maybe even top 6. They lose this and you're starting to worry about them sliding even further down.
Not a game you want to lose if you're ARG, but it's such a tough one to win. AS Monaco really showing that they're probably the best team in Rival Series, making a case for it at least, especially with the earlier match from Discombobulators. Tigray with a good demo, but ignite just gonna catapult that one up, and Mark by 8 sends it into the corner, but still, they can't get out of their offensive half. Look at that pass, and ignite puts it on target. First goal on the board for AS Monaco.
The 9th goal of the season for ignite, and he starts the series off with a bang. Sees the defenders on the left-hand side. Where does he go? Right hand. Perfectly placed. And an early 1-0 lead for Monaco.
And a good kickoff in favor of Monaco once again. See that ball just boomed down, but Mark by 8 sends it right back into the orange half. Monkey Moon with the back pass to Clay X. And watch out for that, Stacks. The double commit coming out from Extra and ignite. Kind of worrisome to see that so early on in game number 1.
This is a team in AS Monaco that is not saving many of the shots that they face. They're only saving about 2/3 of the shots they face. If ARG can run up some shots, and they can, they usually average about 9 or 10 a game. You have to imagine then that that's maybe 3 shots getting by the defense. This ball dropped down to the opposite corner. It will be Clay X to take it out of the zone for ARG. Now Tigray looking for ignite. He's found him. Good move to get the ball downfield, but now it will be Extra to take over. He's quickly onto this. ignite running interference on Clay X in the net, but Clay X avoids him. Monkey Moon makes the save. Mark by 8 will need to clear this, and he does, and ARG have weathered the storm.
Good back pass there from Tigray to get it to Extra, then Extra back pass himself, and look, they still have the ball in the blue half. Up is ignite so fast, Extra in the air, drops it down, and Monkey Moon clears this away, but they can't seem to break out of their own half, starting to struggle as far as boost is concerned.
This ball goes all the way across for who else but ignite. Clay X having trouble with that, a little indecisiveness has cost ARG some valuable time trying to get out of the zone. Now they do. ignite can't get a piece of this, or the second time around, Clay X drops one down and in.
Bar down and in, baby. Clay X goes up, puts the shot down. The ball finds the back of the net, but I think a little miscommunication led to this goal. ignite flew off the back wall. You saw Extra with a little bit of a pop jump. Thought he should go for it. I think he should have. Could have got the clear, but either way, we're all tied up 1-1 as we just passed halftime.
Tigray being a bit of a nuisance though, not letting this ball out of the zone. A couple good challenges after the kickoff. And Clay X misses this, but that means Monkey Moon has forever and a day to bomb it downfield. Tigray, backboard, can't follow this himself, but ignite should have been waiting, and he let that ball go right by him on the way out.
Yeah, push forward a little too far. Clay X gonna send this one down. Good read from Extra, and one thing ARG has to be cognizant of is anytime the ball is touched, just barely kept out, but anytime that ball is touched by AS Monaco, be wary because it's most likely a pass and someone's flying in to put a shot on target.
Marked by 8, all the way to the corner, needs one more touch, doesn't have it. Instead, Extra is there. We know all about Extra from last season, both on the offensive and defensive end. He's had a lot of help this time around, and it has shown. Clay X Again to the backboard. That's cleared away by Tigre. He'll need one more touch, and he has it on target, so Monkey Moon has to guide it to the corner.
Speaking of Monkey Moon, that's who you want to stop if you're on AS Monaco. He already has 15 goals on the season with only 4 matches played. That equates to almost 0.9 goals per game, which is very high when you're talking about competitive Rocket League.
Extra. Have to land on the wall, but can't get another touch because Clay X is right there. He's all over him. Mark looking for Monkey Moon. This is ARG strategy. Give it to the big man and let him go, but he's blocked by Tigre. Mark will try. That's cut off by the AS Monaco defense. And now Tigre. This is going to be Ignite to go to the corner. Tough angle, and he couldn't get any power on it. Down to the final 20 seconds. Mark by 8. Challenged by Extra. Now Tigre comes up with only 15 to go. And ARG a little slow getting this ball on the side. It allowed Ignite a shot. Now Clay X on the other side. This will fall to Monkey Moon. This is worst case scenario for Monaco, but Ignite clears it away. For the moment, they need one more clear, and they've got it. We go to overtime.
They are so lucky that ball didn't pop up off that bottom curve. Sometimes you'll see it almost take a 45-degree angle. Doesn't happen. We head to overtime in just game number 1. Extra puts that ball into the corner towards mid, and Ignite wins that 50-50. They have numbers for the time being, but marked by 8 cancels that offensive push.
AS Monaco very familiar with overtime. They played just last week the longest overtime, I believe, in Rival Series history. They went almost 9 minutes with discombobulators.
9 minutes in overtime?
In overtime, yeah.
That is
8:56.
That's a record for sure.
Before they clinched it in Game 4 with a win over discombobulators, handing them their first loss of the season. It is Ignite to drop one down for Tigre, and marked by 8 and company there for the clear.
Well, a little bit of scrambled play coming out from ARG. Don't want to see that in overtime, and in comes Tigre off the back wall over to Extra. Extra ends the game, and AS Monaco steal away game number 1.
Scrambling, good in golf, not so much in Rocket League, and that ball just got away from ARG. They had a tough time clearing the ball out. The communication broke down, the defense broke down, and AS Monaco steals one in overtime.
And they just make it look effortless when they're out there. Every challenge going in their favor, playing so well up and down the field. And what I love about this team is every time you're watching one player, you rarely see hesitation. They're never accelerating, braking. It's just constantly, I'm heading towards the ball. All right, teammates, I'm going for it. I'm 100% sure of it. And that's leading to these standout plays that we're seeing from Ignite, from Extra. But that overtime ender coming out on the fast break, good way to end it and really put the pressure on ARG.
Something that ARG doesn't do to teams nearly often enough, I don't think, Subi, is get after them when they struggle to play a ball out of the zone. This time, Monaco did that same thing to ARG and punished them for it. I mean, that was ugly at the midfield line. ARG did not get away with it that time. AS Monaco, they win that game in OT, and now going forward, that's got to take a lot of the wind out of the sails of ARG.
Well, they kept it so close, but it just really felt like AS Monaco were running up and down the field at will. ARG hanging in tough against arguably the best team in the league, but that's not going to be good enough to win this series. They have to make a standout performance. Game number 2 is so important for them. They don't want to go down 0-2 and be forced into reverse sweep territory.
Monkey Moon will try to get the offense rolling this time around. We're underway in Game 2 on Neo Tokyo. Clay X right at Ignite, and now Extra will play this downfield. Doesn't have any support, so he'll have to kind of slow play that. Ignite will finally come on, and that's a good block up top. These first couple of minutes, Zuby, I think are going to be very important for ARG. You got to show that they're not rattled after that overtime loss. Very important for them to get the first goal and not allow shots like that from Tigre. Monkey Moon does make the save, and now he's going to score on the other side. We talk about ARG being a one-man show. here you go, but how about that from ClayX?
Look at that. That is incredible. The redirect to push it downfield, not only with power, but with the elevation, so Monkey Moon can go up in the air, and he has just a wheelhouse of opportunities of where he can put that in net.
ClayX, the team leader in assists, just made his 12th of the season to give ARG their first lead in this series. Now ClayX at Ignite. All the way downfield, stopped by Mark by 8. So ClayX will have this ball, and this is exactly what ARG needed to start off game 2. Need to hold the lead this time. This is going to be ClayX playing around extra. Back in it goes. And again, AS Monaco taking advantage of ARG, kind of moving very slowly out of the zone.
Yeah, and that's due to that lack of boost. Look at Mark by 8, 0, ClayX 0, and Monkey Moon finally got some, but that ball's over his head, forcing Mark by 8 in a 1v1. He does win that challenge, put offense back into the orange zone. And one thing that I'd like to see from ARG, and they've displayed it in this matchup, is taking advantage of every opportunity given to them, because AS Monaco is not going to give you a ton.
By the way, make that 3 overtime victories in a row for AS Monaco, with the winner here in game 1. Now they're on the hunt looking to tie this game. And that shot's going to be blocked away by Monkey Moon. That's how they started the counterattack to score their first goal here. A save by Monkey Moon, a great redirect by ClayX. This will go to the backboard. ClayX does get a piece. Mark by 8 will throw it downfield, and AS Monaco goes back to the drawing board.
Those clears where the ball's just barely flying over their head and they redirect it all the way downfield are the difference makers so far in match number 2. AS Monaco cannot get comfortable on offense. Look at how they start to push forward and immediately have to rotate back. The flick from Mark. Monkey Moon on target, just barely missing that upper 90.
Ignite will pop this away to the right, but Mark by 8 is right there. Monkey Moon trying to buy ClayX time to come up. He thought about it. Now he will finally turn after the miss by Monaco, and Extra has to make a save backwards. That was just about as ugly as ARG was in overtime. That was ugly there for Monaco.
Yeah, they get away with one. That's their freebie for the match. And you see Monkey Moon looking for the double tap. Doesn't get it, but ClayX wins the challenge. Marked by 8, low and hard, finds the bottom corner. And look at that, ARG going up by 2.
This is picture perfect placement too. We saw Ignite's shot that went away from the defenders. Mark knows there's only one spot where they are not going to be able to get to this. As far away from the defenders as possible. Brilliantly done there. Clay adds yet another assist, and ARG have figured it out. They have solved the puzzle in game 2.
Yeah, they're starting to dig the hole that they can bury AS Monaco in, but right now, still a ton of work to be put forth on the field. Minute and a half of gameplay left, and that's a ton of time for AS Monaco, especially with veterans like Ignite and Tigre on your squad.
Just seems like they're trying to go for the home run ball, bomb the ball downfield. They had an open net here that is missed by Tigre.
That is a difficult shot, though. The hard pass coming out and trying to line it up from that far away. Your angle has to be perfect, but how about that angle? Almost finding it.
Tigre's got to be wondering what else he has to do. Mark by 8 will get credit for this one, a laugher that finds its way in from 3/4 down the field.
And those are gonna just happen. You gotta brush those off if you're AS Monaco. Down by 3 goals, 1 minute to go. This is the territory where you see so many teams fail to tie the game up.
Mark by 8 to kill a little more time in the final minute. ARG firmly in control, looking to tie up this series. This ball will drop down. The only question seems to be now, how many more will ARG add to the tally? Monkey Moon set one up, almost volleyball style for Mark by 8. That is floating towards the net, but Ignite will make a clear, not a save. Now Monkey Moon, another one dropped in, and Monaco just got to be wondering how much longer Sure, it says 20 seconds on the scoreboard, but it seems to be going at a glacial pace as they continue to be stifled at midfield.
Well, it's easy to do when the shots are coming from midfield. It's so easy to defend because you have a ton of time to get back in net and position yourself correctly. Right now, every single shot we've seen in this match from AS Monaco have been from so far away that even if no one's in net for ARG, they have time to get back on defense, push the ball to the corner, and start offense for themselves. ARG tie it up and just making a statement in game number 2 with the shutout over AS Monaco.
It is weird to see Monaco struggling on the offensive end given the season that they've had, but even more bizarre to see them give up 3 goals in a game to ARG, a team that we've seen over the past couple of seasons, Subi. They have struggled to find the net, not to get shots. They usually get plenty. They got plenty in that last game. But actually finding the net, they don't do that so often, and Monaco didn't stop them at all.
No, yeah, when you're looking at ClayX and Mark by 8, 12% shooting accuracy, 11% shooting accuracy, that's what I was wondering about when we were looking at this matchup throughout the week. Like, is this going to be an issue? Because so many times we've seen open nets or at least open windows for ARG and they just miss their target. But the difference maker has to be Clay by X, or that's Mark by 8, not Clay. But how about Clay X? We'll go with that. But Clay X, 13 assists on the season. He's finding Monkey Moon anywhere he is. He's just calling it out. Hey, I'm way forward left, and somehow Clay X is hitting him. Stop laughing at me.
I'm not laughing at you, Subi.
Oh, you're laughing with me?
I'm laughing with chat, that's all.
Oh, fair
We're
enough.
underway in game 3. It is a tiebreaker here with the teams tied at 1 apiece. Tigre off of Extra, now I Ignite. 1-on-1 against Clay X. Now Extra around the corner trying to drop one down, and Clay X is going to beat him to the mark. And that is how we get underway with this 3rd game. Good challenge by Clay, but even better awareness by Extra, not giving ARG time to start getting set up on the orange half of the field.
Yeah, and Tigre just coming out of nowhere to break up that passing play. Well done from him. Clay X lets that ball get away, though 50 is won by him, and Monkey Moon there to clean up the slop. Push this ball into the orange half. I Ignite and Tigre both go up. Monkey Moon puts the shot on target, and the changeup finds its way underneath the crossbar.
I got it. No, wait, you got it. You do got it, right? You got it? Nope. Nope. Okay, nobody's got it. Monkey Moon just scores. There's 2 cards just sitting there in the corner. And neither could go for that. Miscommunication by AS Monaco, and Monkey Moon adds to his tally. Now Tigre for Extra. That is what Monaco needed. They need this as well, and Extra with a snipe to the top corner.
This is how you run offense. You put one shot in, and then Tigre looks like he's going to take the shot, elects to pass over to Extra, and Extra, the pass comes from the left, so he puts the shot over there to throw the defense off. Tie the game up quick is what you have to do in the rival series.
1 shot, 1 kill for both teams as we battle in game 3. Again, must win for a couple of reasons for both of these squads, but especially for ARG. You've watched RCD Espanyol de Barcelona sign a team. You've watched AS Monaco sign a team. And you're sitting here now in your 2nd season going, you know, we're still pretty good. And you know they're going to be looking for one of those deals. Imagine if they knock off AS Monaco as well and bring the top echelon of teams down the standings just a little bit.
Well, Stacks, we were talking about it in the pregame. How much pressure is on AS Monaco right now, getting picked up. You want to go out and put on a performance for your brand new organization. Everything is riding on their backs, and a poor clear comes out from Tigre. Mark by 8 capitalizes and takes the lead for ARG.
Mark's 3rd goal of the series. Monkey Moon with a 2nd assist to go with everything he has done on both halves of the field. And again, ARG jump in front of Monaco. And if Monaco is looking past ARG for any reason, I guarantee you that ARG has their attention now. Tigre who's really struggled on the offensive end. We saw him miss an open net earlier that proved to be quite costly. That one will be stopped by Extra, and he is not going to get up the ladder in time. ClayX is already there.
Yeah, those long clears from AS Monaco were working well in game number 1, but ARG changed their game plan on the fly and are starting to defend that. So you've got to come out with something new if you're on AS Monaco. Those multiple passing plays, the first goal we saw in this game is what worked for them. They need to go back to that.
Almost a lucky break for Monaco. A ball pinballing around almost found the net of ARG off of a blue card, but instead the ball finds its way down to the Monaco half of the field. Good second touch by Tigre, trying to challenge or run any kind of interference in front. Instead, he watches his teammate Ignite take it out of the play, and Monkey Moon will casually clear this away.
And casually win that 50, but ClayX, not enough boost in the tank to challenge that ball, but he does go for the second hit, and Mark by 8 bombs this downfield. Ignite over to Tigre. Tigre on target. Can anyone get back? Yes, Monkey Moon is there to save the day for ARG.
Tigre has done that a lot this season too. His low shooting percentage is a bit of a misnomer. He does often clear the ball long down the field. It happens to be on target, but it's also an easy save, which still drops his shooting percentage down because he doesn't score on it. Now it will be Mark out of the corner. Monkey Moon waiting, hoping that somebody else would be coming up through midfield. Nobody was.
That's open.
Clay only drops this down. Ignite takes advantage, and we've got a tie game.
All tied up. Ignite's not going to miss this one. Not when you leave the net wide open. A very poor touch from Clay by X to just drop that ball down. And Ignite rattles the crossbar, but it does go in the back of the net. And we're all tied up just as we near 1 minute.
Final minute 15 and counting. And a challenge out of the corner will go the way of Extra and Monaco, but only for the moment. Monkey Moon all over that play on the side. Mark will rotate out, but he got some boost on his way. So he can turn and play this off of Extra and does get that ball back over him.
Tigre's out.
By 8? No, blocked by Ignite.
Oh, and Extra repays the favor, takes out Monkey Moon. ClayX left alone, but a smart touch up high. Extra on target, ClayX dives. Tigre misses on that, and ClayX just has to push it into the corner, and we stay all tied up.
Monkey Moon looking for one more touch, does not have it, so ClayX will play it out of his own corner. He'll go to his longtime teammate Mark by 8, but with little favorable result. That ball goes through everybody, and it will be ClayX. 20 seconds left. Overtime is looming yet again. Again, Monaco has won the last 3 overtimes they've played, including game 1. That ball off the post. Extra trying to play keep away from Mark. Big pinch downfield. Only 5 seconds left. Monkey Moon is lurking, and Ignite does well to play around him, and we're going to go to overtime again.
Once again, how close are these team stacks? You look at it before you come in, you say, no way is this going to be such a good matchup, and both teams delivering.
They did it twice against Discombobulators. Can they do it twice against ARG? Extra trying to come down from the ceiling on this. Now Tigre, he will score. What a time to score his first of the series.
Gets under the ball and lifts it over to the defender. Tigre putting his skills on display, goes far left post and gives AS Monaco the win, and more importantly, puts themselves on match point.
Make that 4 overtime wins in a row. It seems like when Monaco goes to extra time, it's not a question of if, but when they will finally break through. Nerves of steel as they take game 3.
Wow, just putting on a performance of a lifetime. Tigre coming out, and I did not think he was going to be able to lift that over the defender, but had enough boost in the tank to continue to just bring that ball up and up and up and just go over him and almost put it in the upper 90.
For as much possession as ARG had in that game, were you as surprised as I was to see they only had 3 shots?
Yes, I was. And were you as surprised as me when you looked and AS Monaco only had 1 save?
Yeah.
Those shots just, yes, there were it looked like a lot more, but the shots just weren't anywhere near on target. But the ones that they did put on target, they were on target and in the back of the net. So that's got to be worrisome if you're on AS Monaco, because the shots that were coming from ARG were finding their mark.
Yeah, one of the only team in Europe that averages 10 or more shots a game, held to just 3 there. And you have to imagine if they just got a few more looks on net, they could have run away with that game, because Monaco, they did not look like they were themselves for parts of regulation. They hung around in that game, and they did, as we so often see in the rival series, just enough to survive. And once they got to overtime, a completely different team. It was a very short-lived OT, but now they are, as you mentioned, Subi, on match point and trying to start off strong in Game 4.
Oh.
Tigre just floats one in. Don't think he even expected that ball to come out his way, but everybody else had abandoned ship, and now it is Mark. He's got ClayX in support. Clay coming on, and Tigre defends it well.
That was a nasty pass, very hard to defend. But here comes iignite, pushing down the field, up out of the corner. And so much of their offense is working from those corners. ARG has to do a better job, but all the way downfield, Extra making a diving save, and ARG once again on offense.
iignite lets that ball go by. He'll need to play this or have a teammate help him out. This time it is Extra who does. Now Mark around Extra, not quite around iignite. And iignite center one here, he does, but ClayX is there. Now Mark by 8, does get around Tigre eventually, and Monkey Moon with a good ball to get at least to the side. Try to get out of harm's way. Clay will challenge. The ball just stays there and finally cleared out by ARG. That is the kind of defensive stand that ARG needed. Even better that they turned it into offense, and yet another shot on iignite.
That's what they need to keep doing. That just right there. Continued shots onto the AS Monaco net. They're making them dive, putting themselves out of position. Eventually, they're going to start burying these shots. They're going to find their mark.
Now iignite looking for Extra for one more touch, and Monkey Moon was not fooled as Extra didn't get that touch. iignite on the backboard, so too is ClayX. Tigre plays that out. Well played over to iignite. He'll come on and again is stopped by Monkey Moon. The defense of ARG is holding tough against a very difficult to stop Monaco squad.
Oh, good. Just leaving that from Tigre for Extra. Good communication from AS Monaco right now. They're doing a great job in their rotation. You can see the fins popping out of the water, just sharks rotating through the offensive zone.
Halftime in Game 4, a must-win in this series for ARG. Else they will drop below 500 on the season. Extra all the way downfield. He'll have to play this himself as Monkey Moon collects. And it will be cleared again by the combination of ClayX and Monkey Moon. That ball is going to angle down on target, and ClayX had to come play it from the backboard. And Mark by 8 again with another clear towards Clay.
They're doing a great job right now of pushing the first clear to a teammate to try and get the ball out of the zone, but so many times that second teammate is just hitting the ball just to hit it, and AS Monaco are able to put the ball right back in the offensive zone, continue working. Right now, ARG really need to hold that ball close to their chest.
I wonder how this strategy would hold up, Subi, if Monaco were able to get some passes in the offensive end and not just be one and done with their shots. Here goes Monkey Moon. And he will leave that ball for Mark as he finally comes on. A couple of misses there in front of the Monaco net, and ARG almost kind of stole a goal late in Game 4.
Almost only counts in horseshoes, Stacks.
It is Tigre to play one over to Extra. Now Monkey Moon. He got another touch on this, and so too did Mark, I think. But Tigre and company there, and Tigre will play this as well. Coming to the final minute, it has been as uneventful as the scoreboard looks. Very few high-quality chances. This is one for ARG. Monkey Moon dribbling in and waiting for interference in the net that never came. That's well defended by Monaco.
Tons of shots from AS Monaco. 7 and only 3 on the board for ARG, but you called it, Stacks. Pretty lackluster in terms of offensive plays from both teams, but AS Monaco have definitely had the upper hand. Let's see if they can capitalize on that, though. Here comes Tigre into the corner, marked by 8 in a very precarious situation. Goes up for that, but somehow no challenge coming out from AS Monaco.
Looked like there was confusion there, whether Tigre was going to turn on it or if iIgnite should come up. And now ARG, they could have the last chance of regulation. And imagine if they could score here to force game 5. Avoid overtime. Yeah, you want to avoid overtime because Monaco, they've won the last 4 that they've played. Extra will roll this to the wall. Monkey Moon clears it away, but not away from harm. This will drop down, however, and we go to overtime again, Subi.
So, who's winning this one, Stacks?
Oh, Monaco.
Okay, that's fair enough. Let's see if ARG can do anything to stop the freight train of overtime games that is AS Monaco.
And they haven't played many more than that either. They've only lost, I believe, a couple over the course of the season. This is about the halfway point. Play X, trying to play that back to mark by 8. This is dangerous, but iIgnite did not get the kind of power he was looking for. Monkey Moon picking up a savior medal. Mark by 8, back off the ceiling. Play X coming on, now Monkey Moon. Last man at midfield needs to play that back in, but he couldn't afford to do much more with it.
Yeah, you have to make sure he got power on that shot. Accuracy didn't matter there. Just make sure it goes back to the zone so you can scramble back to defense. He was that last man back. This ball up the corner. Mark can't read it. Extras there. This one left for Monkey Moon. Back and forth we go, Stacks. Neither team able to break through.
Play X off the corner, but that will be taken by Tigre. I don't know how much boost iIgnite has, but it can't be much. And I'm not sure he got that corner boost either. This will be played to the ceiling for Extra. He's got Tigre coming up, but iIgnite in the wing. That's the option they go with. Got the bump, and Monkey Moon clears it off the line. It was starting to change colors. Now Tigre against mark by 8. Finally, the offense is broken up. Open net, and Jordan wins it. iIgnite delivers another overtime winner for Monaco.
And it comes just when they needed it most. The bump plays, the skill plays. iIgnite putting it in the upper 90. But did you see the wave dash coming out to keep control of that ball, get it around the defender to pass it